And he does not sell me shockwaves. That is just horrendous. Okay, bye. If I'm not mistaken, this is a quest as well. It's only 1,000 XP, but hey.
How's it going, my boys and girls? AmazingBoy13 here, and if my microphone sounds different, it's because I broke my Logitech headset on accident.
Oh, it's jetpacks too. Okay, I don't know how much damage.
Well, I don't know if I sound different. Hold up.
I suppose it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, today's the last day of the season.
Nice. I need my vehicle back. I don't know where it is. 40,000 XP from a supply chest. What is that about? I need to hit a player from over 50 meters away with a Ranger shotgun, but that might actually be a little bit more difficult than I expected. Oh, I got him. Was that far enough? Oh, it was actually far enough.
Anyways, oh, wrong thing. Anyways, no, I sound the same. Okay. Last day of the season, playing Save the World, earning 500, earning 150 V-Bucks.
That is awesome.
And then if I log in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, I get another 150
V-Bucks. I don't even know, but I still have a little bit of time left, so I'm just gonna go ahead and continue. Next objective, finding myself remote explosives.
All I need to do
There's a bunch of purple stuff here.
is get V-Bucks.
Oh yes, it is. No, please.
So I'm not gonna have the battle pass on day 1,
I just need to go
but
that turret.
I might have it on like day 2, 3, or 5 of the season.
Awesome. Okay, what is there still left for me to do? Combat SMG, detonate remote explosives while sliding. You know what? I actually think that I can do that one. I think I still had some remote explosives over here. Yes, I do. Alright, just drop 2 of them over there. Do a little sprint, a slide. And don't look at the explosives like a cool guy. That is level 78. I have on 10 levels. I think there's...
I've had enough of being Cypher's puppet. So today, I'm taking back what's... Alright class, settle down, and let's get into the lesson.
Bonus challenge
So
is
I'm
now
sure that
available.
all of you are familiar with my previous lecture.
Okay, what I need to do is be on the outskirts of the map so I can explore the map. And then what I need to do afterwards is complete the main mission. And yeah, that's basically what I need to do. I do have a third challenge, but that's basically completing missions. Well, not completing missions, so that is the third challenge. The other one is the zombie kills with melee. I need to fully somehow explore the map. Oh, don't fall off, please. I'm begging you not to fall off. An escapement. I don't care about an escapement. I'm gonna escape from the escapement.
A little help?
Let me in.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Oh. I hate Velociraptor. See you later, Velociraptor. Nerd.
Target not yet located.
Okay, so if I just do one full lap and then like explore, and then I'm done. I'm practically done if I just explore the middle.
Target located.
I don't care about the Atlas right now.
Drop the Atlas on the target when you're ready.
Okay, okay, I just need to explore this tiny little bit. Let me check. A little more of that tiny little bit. Alright. Middle time. Hello, let me up, please. Alright, there we go. Oh, you. Bro.
Hi, Commander. You should take out some husks. And you should do a really good job. And you should not make eye contact with the Major for a while. Possibly, maybe never again.
Huh?
Does anyone know where the new recruits are?
They're in hiding.
That has been happening a lot. Is this because of the Major's...
Adult onset super rage? Yes.
I wonder what's been going on with him.
Shh, we've been talking too long. He's watching. He's always watching.
You good, man? Alright. Main mission time. And then just fully explore a zone. I've done every single quest except all the milestones on, well, every single quest I need to do for,
Nice work.
can you not with your, may I speak to the manager, please, having butt, like, could you not? Why are you guys level 15? I'm on Plankerton, right?
We surrender. Hear that, Storm? We give up. I'd hoped to wage a winning war against the forces of evil, but apparently we're not up for the task.
I swear I hear Kenny. That was strange. Doctor Strange, I could say. Okay, hold on. Let me first put this up. Let me mine you. Oh. Let me mine you. And then finally, let me mine you. And you, I guess. And you. Now all I need is the mercy of RNG.
That's enough blue glow.
Bring it on! Can I run into this? Oh, okay, yes I can. Bro, if you don't get out of here with your, why does the Sam in a level 50 zone? I'm in Plankerton.
Are you booing us or the husks? Everyone, but especially you.
No. Hold up. No. No, you don't. Bro, get out of here with, may I speak to the manager, please, having... Where's a level 15? Here's a level 15. Bro, get out of here, and you're not that guy. Like, you're literally not that guy. Like, you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Trust me, pal. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. You know what? There's too many of you. Why does it say I'm in a level 15 zone? And I have to survive 6 minutes. Oh my god, nah, you're joking. You're saying I have to survive a whole 6 minutes of level 15ers. I mean, maybe I can if I had other teammates, but Ali is currently playing with his friend. And Logan plays on Switch. And plus, I don't think he even has Save the World on his Xbox. Nerd. Husks or Miss Monsters eliminated. Okay. Don't know what the... Oh, hello! Bro, get out of here. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Trust me, pal, you're not that guy. You're not that guy. Look. Why am I in a level 15 zone? I swear, Look. Bro, get out of here, please. I would repair that, but I can't, so. Give me a second. We tried. Bro. Hello, controller? Okay, too many of you at one time. One more mission. One more mission.
For history, it is my most popular lecture, and it was your... Review this lecture before class today, so if you haven't reviewed it, say something now. You. I can see it in your eyes, you definitely haven't reviewed it, so you failed. Anyone else? Okay. You may recall from that lecture that I deemed 2 episodes of South Park the most controversial, and even went as far as to say that they may be the most controversial episodes of any show that has aired on television. And while I gave a brief history of those episodes, this story goes far deeper than you can imagine. These 2 episodes of a cartoon triggered a chain of events that led to international media coverage, threats of terrorism, and new recruiting methods for extremist groups. It even brought us...
BK Muscle here, everyone say cheese, classic bacon and spicy, blame.
Recruits!
Alright, class, settle down for me.
Where are my
Now you may be
recruits?
asking why I only appear to be in upper body.
Hi.
Well, it's because that's all I can afford,
Where
but
are
I
my
have this
recruits,
commission
Dennis?
button that is irrelevant now.
The recruits have asked me to deliver the following message.
What is the most controversial
Ahem.
TV show of all
Sir,
time?
dear Major Oswald, sir.
Okay, time's up.
We, the
That speaking
soldiers of Home
South
Base,
Park,
are
not only
very
failed,
afraid of
but
you.
were expelled from this university and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
That's
Now,
fine.
for those of you that are still here,
And we are now in hiding.
why is South Park so controversial?
Please
The correct
consider
answer is
chilling out.
consistency. Allow me to explain.
Dictated but not read, frightened soldiers. So,
Sure, there may have been some obscure
what?
shows so offensive that they were canceled after a
Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share with the soldiers at this
time?
time?
Major controversy as
Yes.
South Park.
Get
It
out
managed
there
to
and
stay
fight!
controversial for
Now!
25 years at this point, and thanks to an absolutely absurd deal struck with the creators of Viacom, they don't plan on slowing down anytime soon.
You call that husk fighting?
I see that you have lots of
We call it whatever you call it.
$1 billion.
Stand up for yourself, man.
Stop trying to take
I am too nervous to stand up for myself.
show and
Then calm down, dummy. Kinda hard at the moment.
South Park.
Close your eyes and visualize a pleasant clearing in the woods. Do I have to? Yes, and do it right. Babbling brook, sparrows, clover, maybe some deer. Why aren't you calm yet?
Yeah, who knows why this isn't working?
The top 20 list.
Run to safety, Dennis.
10 extra controversies
There's no
before it
such
gets to
thing
number
as
10, where they
safety.
just copy and pasted the original top 10 with no
I can do
acknowledgement.
that.
Okay, well, now I don't feel as bad about doing a similar video. So, with the intro out of the way, let's get into it. Every South Park controversy explained. So, knowing the content of this video, there's a pretty good chance that it will get demonetized. So, to try to combat that, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Waiting 4, download this game right now from my link in the description and get started, and thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video.
Nah.
Let's fight that storm.
To this day, South Park will still find itself in the occasional controversy. However, the public response to the show today is practically non-existent when compared with how it was received when it was first aired. In 1997, the social landscape in the US was very different to how it is today. Vulgarity on television was practically non-existent at the time, so to put it in perspective, when The Simpsons aired in 1989, it was considered by many to be crude and offensive. Now you could only imagine how those same people reacted when South Park aired and made The Simpsons look about as crude as Full House.
You got it, dude.
To go from clean, sanitized, inoffensive sitcoms dominating popular television to a cartoon made for adults that is quite possibly one of the most vulgar pieces of media ever made, I mean, you're going 0 to 100 in record time here. Unsurprisingly, a lot of people did not like the content of the show. The existence of this vulgarity was bad enough to the general public, but what really sealed the deal was the fact that the main characters saying and doing these things were young children. It also didn't help that adult cartoons were very uncommon at the time, so a non-observant parent may see their children watching the show and think they're watching a kid's show while they're really watching the most adult show on television. Reportedly, when screening...
I must say my favorite part of the Streaming Wars Part 2
people burst into tears over content.
has to be the return of old Randy. I don't like the new Randy where he's obsessed with a certain plant.
This early South Park is incredibly tame in comparison to what the show would become, and of course that only brought with it more controversy. Despite its controversial existence, the show didn't experience much major controversy related to specific themes outside of the vulgarity for the first 3 seasons. That is, until South Park figured out 1999. Creating a movie meant Matt and Trey were not limited to the rules they had to follow creating a television show, as they were always dancing on the line of what was allowed to be shown on television and what wasn't. Because of this, they sprinted straight for the line of what was allowed to be shown in movies and set up camp there. In the production of the movie alone, the team had tons of issues with the MPAA and Paramount, who attempted to censor or block content so many times that this video would or if I talked about all of them. So here are just a few of my favorites. The original name for the movie was South Park All Hell Breaks Loose, but the MPAA would not approve this name because it had the word hell in it. So Trey came up with bigger, longer, and uncut, and it was approved. Only later did the MPAA realize what the name actually meant, and they attempted to block this title, but they were prevented from doing so. When writing the script for the movie, Matt and Trey were made aware that at the time, the MPAA required any movie with 400 or more swear words to be rated NC-17. They couldn't have their movie rated NC-17 due to their agreement with Paramount. So can you guess how many swear words they...
399.
Yeah, it was 399. Now, the public's reaction to the movie was basically what you would expect if you released a significantly longer and more offensive episode of South Park. People called for it to be banned, it was banned in a bunch of countries, people thought it marked the end of Western civilization as we know it, yada yada yada, you get the picture. Ironically, the backlash to the movie mirrored the predictions made in the movie itself, you know, minus the whole war starting and everything. But the creation of this movie is what made Matt and Trey want to push the boundaries even further, and it marked the beginning of a major change in the tone of the show moving forward. In the eyes of the public, it was no longer just a crude and inappropriate show, it was an attack on the beliefs of everyone. Season 4 is where we first begin to see the signs that this show may be more than just crass humor, and recognize the potential for controversy with a few minor ones throughout the season. Episode 5, Cartman Joins Nambla, was banned from airing on the British satellite channel Sky One, as it contained many references to the actions of the group Nambla, which is somehow a real-life group of actions I will not detail here. Later in the season, we get one of our first glimpses at how well the show can handle contentious issues, with Chef Goes Nanners, which discusses the implications of continuing to use a flag that was used as racism.
Karen?
The message was way ahead of its time, and while today the episode has aged like fine wine, when it was released there was a small amount of backlash, mostly due to seeing it as racist. Then in episodes 9 and 10, Do the Handicapped Go to Hell, and probably, this is the first time the show really committed entire episodes to parodying religion. Specifically, they parodied the fear-mongering and money-focused ideals that some Christian churches are known for. Unsurprisingly, this episode garnered a bit of controversy, as poking fun at Christianity in a predominantly Christian nation in the early 2000s generally would. However, this was the last of any sort of controversy for Season 4, and we made it through with only a few small incidents, so Surely they wouldn't do something in the premiere of Season 5 that would be such a big deal, it would literally change television forever.
Right?
Right?
When you and the team are pitching a new product,
Right?
suggestions can offer a more... Oh,
It would literally change
Bro,
television
get
forever.
your booty out of here.
Right? We already discussed the backlash the show received in its earliest seasons, and as the show continued past its third season, the controversy slowed down as people accepted that the show wasn't going anywhere. That is until this episode, when they decided to say the swear word that begins with S many, many times uncensored. The episode made fun of the public's reaction to an episode of Chicago Hope, in which the word was said uncensored for the first time on TV. The episode included the word being said 162 times, conveniently displayed by a counter in the bottom right corner. Initially, the creators only wanted to say it a few times, but Comedy Central refused. So they came up with the idea to say the word as many times as possible so that it lost all in any meaning. And it was meant to show that it's just a word and it has no real power. They mostly succeeded in this since the episode itself didn't receive all that much backlash, relatively speaking. Supposedly, Comedy Central received nearly 5,000 emails related from different organizations and people, but besides that, there were no large-scale protests or news stories covering the episode. This episode was surprisingly important to television as a whole, since it basically paved the way for this type of language to exist on television. And whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, it undoubtedly changed the television landscape forever. A clever satire of sexualization in the age of plot that is portrayed through extremely graphic depictions of some pretty disturbing things. The real controversy here was in the broadcasting. In Australia, the episode aired later than its usual time slot, and once again, the British channel Sky One outright refused to air the episode. In America, the Parents Television Council went as far as to cite the episode as an example of how the show is quote-unquote dangerous to democracy. If anyone can explain how exactly a cartoon about sex ed is dangerous to democracy, go ahead and explain in the comments down below. Since then, all repeats and DVD versions include edited scenes, particularly one with Mr. Garrison teaching the kindergartners how to perform the old rubber mouth technique. Comedy Central didn't even want to air the scene in the first place, but it did for the initial screening and then never again. When this episode first aired, it was considered very controversial. And no, it's not because it focuses on Jared from Subway. All of his controversies wouldn't come out until years later. Rather, the episode makes countless references and jokes to the AIDS virus. And while it wouldn't be very controversial to do this today, in the early 2000s it definitely was. The ending also included Butters being teased by his parents, and this combo of content meant that the episode was banned from airing on Comedy Central for years after it was released, though it was eventually allowed to air again. In an ironic twist, the day Jared accepted a plea deal for his crimes, Comedy Central aired the episode back-to-back nearly all day. And it really showcased how poorly some lines are made. I'm going to seek out all the underprivileged, hungry children of the world, and I'm going to give them AIDS myself.
You're gonna give children AIDS?
This one is less of a backlash from the public as it is backlash from one individual, that individual being Jennifer Lopez. This episode goes pretty hard on her, painting her as a rude, entitled woman who's quick to violence when she hears something she doesn't like. It has been reported by people that have worked on movie sets with her that she's so unhappy about her depiction in this episode that she has gone as far as to fire those working on the set even as much as reference the episode. Trey Parker has claimed that he once saw Jennifer Lopez at a party where she proceeded to push past him rather aggressively without any acknowledgement. I think it's fair to say that she's close to the top in terms of bad celebrity reactions to South Park. One of the more iconic South Park
I could do my home base and that would give me an extra 150 bucks, but
the episode pokes fun at the absurdity of the beliefs of the Mormon people and the circumstances that their prophet Joseph Smith created to ensure his message was heard. It's not subtle in its criticism, and at times it can seem a bit harsh, especially as the episode progresses and you begin to realize that the tune playing in the back is actually giving its opinion on the matter.
America? Really? That sounds kind of...
Don't. In contrast, the episode portrays the Mormon people as incredibly kind and happy people who are able to roll with any of the punches thrown their way. So while the episode is pretty scathing in its satirization of the religion itself, it depicts the people who practice it as a somewhat self-aware and understanding group. This was very much proven in the reception to the episode, as according to Wikipedia, the Church of the Latter-day Saints responded to the episode by first acknowledging that they believed the episode was a gross portrayal of church history, but would go on to say that they believed it, quote, inflicted no perceptible or long-lasting damage to the church. So ironically, even though this episode is considered very controversial, it seems like the Mormons themselves didn't really mind the episode too much. And by doing so, they really proved the episode correct about their ability to take criticism legit. The resilience would once again be shown when Matt and Trey would release their Broadway musical, The Book of Mormon, a few years later, in which the church would respond by saying, quote, "The production may attempt to entertain audiences for an evening, but the Book of Mormon as a volume of scripture will change people's lives forever by bringing them closer to Christ." They even went as far as to buy ads for the show's playbill where they would put things like, "You've seen the show, now go read the book." Honestly, I think that's hilarious.
The Book of Mormon.
While Season 8 mostly avoided any serious backlash from the public, Season 9 is when the show really began to hit its stride in terms of stirring up controversy. This episode is controversial today for the reasons you may be thinking. Many would consider this episode to be pretty transphobic in its messages and themes. However, back in 2005, this was an issue that only a small minority of people cared about, therefore it was mostly ignored. However, that doesn't mean the episode avoided controversy at the time, as not too many people were happy about the real sex change footage that was intertwined into the episode's opening minutes. Even though it was apparently supposed to last for 5 minutes due to the lack of ideas for the episode, but Comedy Central said no, because of course they did. How are they even allowed to show it? Like, there has to be laws or regulations against it or something, right? And though the alleged transphobia wasn't a big issue for the episode, it would be far from the last time the show would be labeled in this way. This controversy is a perfect example of what I believe to be one of the few downfalls of South Park, that being the audience. This episode follows Cartman as he puts on full display his hatred and intolerance of ginger people. The episode itself is supposed to be satirizing discrimination as a whole, making fun of people like Cartman who choose to be hateful to others because of how they look and the absurdity of that hatred. The issue arises when people, mostly kids, don't understand that it's satire, see the episode and find it funny because of the hate. And while obviously the show is not made for kids, whether it's irresponsible parents or sneaky behavior, they will find a way to watch it, which leads to things like Pick a Ginger Day, a real-life holiday in which you're supposed to pick gingers. I discussed this more in my South Park Iceberg, so if you're interested in that, just check it out. But honestly, I think it would be hard to argue that this episode didn't have a pretty large part in discrimination against gingers among kids. In the Wikipedia article for discrimination against people with red hair, the history section for the US literally begins with the release of this episode with no recorded history before. Just ask the Gingers Have Souls kid, he basically exclusively blames this episode for his bullying and harassment. And the same with Ed Sheeran, who also blamed this episode for the bullying that he received. I don't believe it's the show's fault necessarily, since the episode is actually preaching against these intolerant mindsets, but I disagrees that the whole situation is a product of kids consuming media that they shouldn't be, and misinterpreting the messages. It's really just a product of bad parenting and yada yada, you get it.
Why I want the icons appear when I get notifications?
How do you get it? What is probably the second biggest controversy in the show's history? This one caused lawsuits, cancellations, private investigations, and the departure of one of the show's most beloved characters. This episode heavily criticizes the quote-unquote religion, Scientology, as they portray it as a massive global scam whose sole intentions are to prey on vulnerable people and extract money from them. They also parodied their willingness to sue anyone who speaks negatively about them.
550, baby!
History of getting revenge on those who have wronged them by changing all the names in the credits of the episode to Jane and John Smith. Shockingly, the church wasn't too fond of the episode's portrayal of their religion. They were so unhappy that they conducted a full investigation to try to dig up any negative things they could about Matt Stone and Trey Parker. According to a church whistleblower, they used techniques, quote, comparable to Cold War era CIA and KGB intelligence and propaganda techniques, doing things like going through their trash, purchasing their phone records, and going through their bank records. They even went as far as to attempt to hire a film student to get a job at South Park Studios so they could act as a spy.
Lonely, got a bit floaty, and when they try to phone me, ha.
Creators, so it's safe to assume they were unable to find anything. Then there was the legendary Closet Gate. The episode heavily targets Tom Cruise, who is a known Scientologist. They wanted to joke about the popular belief that Tom Cruise is secretly gay, but they were informed by their lawyers that they could not outright say he was, as Cruise had a history of litigation against those discussing his sexuality. To get around this, they decided to play
Roblox YouTuber Fave, also known as Roblox Fave, is one of the strangest prominent figures in Roblox community history. Fave was a popular community member and YouTuber who has over 500,000 subscribers and 100 million total views. He joined Roblox in 2007 and started making videos in 2010, and from 2014 to 2016 was the most subscribed to Roblox YouTuber. Fave was at the pinnacle of Roblox YouTube for some time, regarded as one of Roblox's best content creators.
When you're
It
ready to
wasn't all
start the
rainbows
fight,
and unicorns for him
select
during that
Expand
time,
Shield
as
from
he
the
did have
Story
some
Shield
controversies and found himself in drama often. In 2014, he got jealous of another Roblox channel hitting 10,000 subscribers, so he went on a massive rant on the forums. In this forum rant, he created the Aqua Chick effect theory, stating that any girl Roblox YouTuber was not liked for their content. He claimed that any girl YouTubers were only popular because children felt that they had a virtual girlfriend by watching them. In 2018, he was apparently caught in a secret dungeon room in his Bloxburg house with a girl he was trying to date. Despite many issues and a 2-year-long break, he returned to Roblox YouTube in 2018 and saw great success and popularity. But his return to fame ended in the summer of 2021 when he was accused of multiple inappropriate actions towards kids. These accusations were very serious, and while Fave denied them, he never put up a solid argument and kind of just said it's fake. Fave attempted to continue on with comments disabled, but it only made him look more guilty, and he eventually disappeared. Around this time was when rumors of Fave
I should probably make everything out of metal, right?
began making the rounds. Not much came of it, as there were more important things to focus on, but the rumors were true. He did have another identity. And today we're going to be exploring the secret identity of former Roblox YouTuber Fave and the music he created. Unbeknownst to most, Fave was once an aspiring SoundCloud rapper who made multiple albums and mixtapes. Not more people knew of this, but every time I posted memes of it on Instagram, nobody seemed to know what it was. Fave made rap music under the name Fetty Fave, which can be found on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and elsewhere. His music can also be found on SoundCloud, but his account got hacked and posts stuff that I wouldn't recommend listening to. You may have seen Fetty Fave music videos featuring other Roblox YouTubers such as Nathorax /Grimzox /Natigska /Browlam Natty Forsyth. These were not official though. I believe they're recently made edits that have been posted.
I should start by giving you some context. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known.
Sent to Twitter for a few months by somebody. The music Fave made is very clearly him. You can tell by the voice, and at times actually makes him sound very guilty. His music often includes very sexual lyrics and themes, and sometimes he raps about committing serious offenses. Fave released his debut single called Netflix and Chill 7 years ago on October 18, 2015 onto his SoundCloud account. It's a poorly written rap song about Netflix and chilling and has gotten 5 likes and 182 plays since it was released. 17 seconds into that song, he raps about taking advantage of people who have passed out from something he snuck into a drink.
I feel high for drugs and get drunk, so get and I'm drugging. But she's passed out from the drugs I gave her. And then I'm like a shaver, I shave that.
Later on in the song, he raps about killing the person he's with and starts using the body for his own personal uses.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That you're gonna be dead in the cement. I rip my on your sweater. Yeah, Netflix and chill, I go shoot you in the head, and I your dead body nickel. Yeah, get some chill.
What the
The
fuck?
song was an unlistenable disaster full of cringy lyrics that appealed to nobody but the lowest of the low. Although it's entirely possible this song was released with ironic intent, most of his music follows the same themes lyric-wise. On November 4th, 2015, he released a song called Kidnap, which tells the story from his perspective of him kidnapping someone.
He raps a fictional story about someone he saw on the corner of the street, where he decided to kidnap and do multiple terrible things to. This one was more likely to be made with ironic intent, as this is from 2015 and stuff like this was often posted ironically. At points it sounds like he's almost laughing, but this song follows the same degenerate sexual trends most of his other stuff does. 2 years later, on November 11th, 2017, Benny Fave released his first album, Fire, containing 11 songs and a 31-minute runtime. Although some of his prior songs are questionable, this album seems to be made seriously without any ironic intentions.
Hi everyone, Calco City Caltano here. Roblox is East International. It's time for a review of Forest Fire, the debut album from disgraced Roblox young shipper Fave.
The album begins with a track also called Forest Fire, in which he states the similarities to disgraced singer and songwriter R. Kelly.
Better suck on this. Let's live on the spot with this. Yeah, I got the extendo. Hard to not some hello, but I be that yellow. Did you be on yellow? Get left overflowing. It's my time for the moment. Piss of the mouth is pouring. I'm peeing on a forest, yeah. Peeing on a forest, yeah. Peeing on a.
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade everything
The
to
second
metal.
track is called All in All Day, and is about playing NBA 2K and having relations with who he plays with.
My dude hits me up like, what you want to play? I'm like, go ahead, fire up the 2K. He chose the Cavaliers and I chose them.
Oh yeah, I should probably
Fascination with peeing, the ones that he had mentioned early into the song when he complains about his aim.
2K, always gonna say cause I know I can't aim. Take a picture, Curry, man, I'm shooting them threes. You know me, always gotta go beat.
Extendo is the third track, and it's a horribly mixed song that's very hard to understand due to oddly horrible music quality. The song itself is lyrically tame compared to many of his other songs, as it only talks about shooting random people. He begins acting like an animal on track 4 called Gorillas, where he repeats, "We sama gorillas," like he's Jar Jar Binks. Oddly, the themes of the Kidnap song return, where he talks about kidnapping and doing horrible things to someone again.
You know how we gon' take it. Just take your and stuff you in the back of my caravan.
Track 5 is called Try Not Interlude, and is perhaps his most incriminating song as he snitches on himself. The song is very graphic lyrically, but also contains one lyric that unfortunately ties to the exact things he was accused of years later.
Oh, I do nothing that are old, I'm younger, I'm under.
That scary line only further backs the allegations that ended his career as Roblox Fave. He follows that up with another extremely creepy and incriminating song in Can I Hit It, with a terrifying intro.
You know, Fetty Fave supports consensual. So, this song goes out to all the girls who will give me consensual. It's the girls that'll say yes, the girls that don't say no, but they can say no.
The rest of the song is just mindless graphic lyrics without anything overly incriminating from what I can tell, but it's still creepy. Song 7 is his attempt at using autotune, and it goes very wrong, and his graphic lyrics don't help anything at all. It's hard to understand and simply hard to listen to. Here's a sample of Fave singing with autotune.
I wanna know, I wanna know.
The only semi-normal song comes next with Trap Stars, a brag rap song with a decent beat but bad flow and vocals. Then all normalcy goes out the window with Stable, a horribly mixed song with bad rapping and even worse lyrics. I can't say much about track 10, Tortellini Tux, because the beat is so much louder than the vocals that I can't hear anything. I'm not really sure what Tortellini Tux is supposed to be either. Maybe he thought Tortellini was some designer brand. In the album's final song, You Ain't Ready, Benny Fave reveals something that I don't think anybody was ready to learn. Apparently, Fave had no issues having relations with animals, as he raps about it towards the end of the song.
Huh?
I'm so crazy, I'm a frog. You show me your and a dog.
Hey,
Platinum first week. Forest Fire has a total of 5 likes and 2 shares on SoundCloud.
that's all I can technically do right now, so.
I am feeling a strong 2.0 on this record. It sucks.
I just need to upgrade everything to metal.
Forest Fire. Fetty Fade supposedly collabed with Lil Uzi and 2 times with Travis Scott. Fade was also invited onto other rappers' songs, including Dolphin by a different former Roblox YouTuber called Wikipedia. Going Deep, Fetty Fade's second album, would release on May 10th, 2018, but oddly he released a deluxe for it 9 days prior. Fade would drop several songs over the next 2 years, but it came to an end on March 8th, 2020, with his final song, E-Boy. This song is about how he wishes to become a girl's internet boyfriend in bizarre fashion over the instrumental for Justin Bieber's Boyfriend. I can't play it since it'll be copyrighted, but the comments on the YouTube video for it tell you how concerning the lyrics are. Dave raps about how he wishes to be the online boyfriend of a girl named Abby, who he wishes to have full control over. He raps about making her cut off her friends and losing all contact with men because he wants her to be his possession. E-Boy would be the last song Fade would upload, as in the following months he would allegedly pursue becoming someone's E-Boy. This led to him allegedly attempting to online date and manipulate underage fans over Discord and Snapchat while he was 17 to 19 years old. A year later, these sinister actions would be called out on large scale by many YouTubers, which led to his career as Fade ending. He would be accused of several illegal actions, but never...
Bro, what is this? What was my younger mind thinking?
Certainly unintentionally comedic to many. It's also scary thinking this is likely how he thought. I find his music hilariously bad and weird, but I also recognize this is actually fairly serious stuff that backs the accusations against him. What he was rapping about was often gross and sometimes even disturbing, but it is nothing compared to his alleged actions against kids. Unfortunately, some of the things he rapped about he may have pursued, which are actions that should not be forgiven or forgotten. After everything that transpired, it's safe to say that his career as Fetty Fade ending was definitely deserved.
Fact is, Walter White couldn't have done it without me. I was
He also subscribed to the channel Kinnie McCormick. It's KINNIE MCCORMICK. Please subscribe. They're really cool.
Who's my favorite subscriber? First off, you're all my favorite. Thank you for 30,000 subs. But there are a few of you who make my day just a little brighter and have the ability to fully make me laugh. Here's a few. Mr. Gorp N and the Speedy Yoshi over here with their joyful comments from a long time ago. Unbreakify is a real one, and here's the funny ones. Riker Awesome Sonic said that he really loves my short animations and to keep up the Google work. I assume he meant good work, but yeah, I mean, who doesn't? In my polls, I always like to add a funny option for you jokers out there, and this group really played into it. Wonder Woman is gone? Aquaman? Gone. Batman? Untouched for now. Black Adam 2? Man of Steel 2? We have no idea. This is all part of James Gunn, director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and the Suicide Squad, and Peter Safan's plan to lead the DCEU into greatness, and yeah, they need...
For just $7.99, this game's just released, and it's the most pointless game you could ever play, ever. Oh, here we go.
Right. $7.99 well spent.
It's called Abs Animals, and it's not even a game. There's nothing you can do. Literally nothing. So you unlock achievements for just watching a cat on a screen. You can't even move the cat. You can look around, zoom in and out, and that is literally it. I'm so done.
If that game's on PlayStation, and I'm buying it.
The Wizard of Oz was a real weird book, and the movie was kind of strange.
What have you done? Speedrunning shorts.
This candy is weird.
This candy is made out of 95% water, and it helps old people with dementia keep them hydrated.
Ever wonder why Taco Ball's nacho fries are so addicting?
Taco Balls make their fries limited edition.
If you Nintendo characters have broken the...
Where's the assistants?
first college essay I've personally read was one that tried to sound fake woke.
5 times we felt bad for Bart Simpson. In Season 2, Episode 1, Bart failed his test after actually trying.
I really tried this time. I really tried.
In Season 7, Episode 11, when Bart got Marge a present, she assumed he'd stolen something and instantly got angry with him. Also in Season 7, Episode 11, when Bart got home, he discovered that the family had built snowmen without him. In Season 18, Episode 18, Bart becomes the most hated person in Springfield and gets depressed and jumps off of a water tower.
I hate me too. Now we can be friends again.
In Season 23, Episode 19, he kept getting snowballs thrown at him by his family. 5 times we felt bad.
If you're outside in cold weather and you're freezing, but all of a sudden you feel really warm with no explanation, do not remove your clothes. You're about to die and your body is spending its very last energy on heating you up. Seek shelter and warmth immediately. If you get bitten and poisoned, do not suck it. This will only make it worse. If you drown to the point that you feel like you need to throw up water even though you made it out, go to the ER. Your lungs will slowly fill up with fluid over time until you finally drown.
I can't believe it. I'm finally back. I'm finally home. Hey, Dad, I'm back. I'm finally back. Wait, what the heck? Rick! Oh my goodness, you're home. You're fine.
This is every Whopper ever. Whopper, Junior Whopper, Double Whopper.
The police received a tip that some thieves are going to steal items.
Damn, Kenny just looks disappointed.
Everybody shot. Nigga all dead. Okay. Let's not watch it. Don't run.
This short may not age well, but it's for the future. So it's April 2023. Modern Warfare 2's been out for 6 months. We all love it. It's the best Call of Duty in years, and even the guns are balanced. Let's see if I'm right.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sand and watches
Hey, did the guy from the Skibidi Dum Dum meme die? Yasin Cengiz is from Turkey, a country which was recently struck by an earthquake. A few TikToks were posted by users claiming that Yasin Cengiz died in the earthquake. Despite the online rumor, it seems that Yasin Cengiz is not dead, as evidenced when he made a post to his Instagram story.
Oh, I would like to walk a mile barefoot on Legos for $1 million, because they're not even that painful.
One of the most
searching 7 chests at risky. Nah, that's just torture, man. Searching 7 chests at risky reels.
impressive feats in Minecraft is getting all of the music discs, but there's a trick to do it faster. 3, you must get instructures. Take step in the Bastion, disc 5, crafted from fragments in the ancient city, and other side, found rarely in dungeons, strongholds, and ancient cities. Then there's the easiest 2, Cat and 13, found mainly in dungeons, but that leaves 10 more. These are all only found when a skeleton kills a creeper, which is already hard enough, but you don't get to choose what drops, meaning to get all of them will take dozens of tries. But there's one thing you can do. Shooting an arrow through lava makes a fire arrow, and fire arrows light TNT. And this is also true for skeletons. And if you get a hole with a bunch of creepers in it and get a skeleton to ignite TNT to kill the creepers, they all drop music discs. One of the most impressive feats in Minecraft is getting all of the music discs, but there's a trick to do it faster. 3, you must get instructures. Hick step in the Bastion, disc 5, crafted from fragments in the ancient city, and other side, found rarely in dungeons.
What happens if a Disney character's head falls off? I'm about to show you. In this video, Tweedle...
Easy and it's true. What's the big deal? I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool not to be able to die. Pretty cool? You know what it feels like to be stabbed, to be shot, decapitated, torn apart, burned, run over.
Some people think getting... Did you know Luke Skywalker's first lightsaber was actually red? 6 weeks before A New Hope was released in 1977, Marvel Comics started releasing comic issues of the space fantasy after George Lucas wanted to build hype for the film. Originally, Stan Lee turned down Star Wars, but the company changed its mind after reading the screenplay. However, Marvel definitely took some creative liberties making these comic issues. For example, this is a green space rabbit that was friends with Han Solo. Since the comics were released prior to the movie, a lot of people actually walked into seeing A New Hope for the first time knowing how it ended. These comics are definitely a cool piece of Star Wars history to own.
5 times, Chris Griffin has had more Riz than you. In season 15, episode...
Damn, I didn't want to be called out.
Started dating Isabella Gonzalez. In season 15, episode 5...
Where the hell...